In this video, I will share my personal experience with TMS or transcranial magnetic stimulation for OCD. TMS promise potential in reducing symptoms of OCD, but further research is necessary to establish its complete efficacy. TMS has better results for depression and is widely recognized as treatment in other parts of the world. For OCD, it is not so straightforward due to the complexity of the condition. I decided to try TMS as I have been suffering with moderate to eventually severe OCD for over 6 years, becoming debilitating and limiting over the past 3 years. I had previously tried CBT and hypnotherapy, both through the NHS and privately, as well as medication. I had stumbled across some research on TMS and decided to give it a go. I invested a lot of time to be sure it is the right treatment for me and is safe and non-intrusive with few side effects. Having said that, what struck me are two things. Firstly, the complete lack of information and evidence in this area, which is isolated to the UK. In the US and other parts of the world, it is much better known and widely available treatment option. The second is the lack of equitable access due to its excessive cost. Again, this applies mainly to the UK. Cost starts at $2,000 without the consultation to assess the person's suitability for the treatment, and it can reach up to $7,000 or $10,000, each session costing between £200 and £300, and patients needed a minimum of 10 sessions to see if it will garner results. It is important to note this is a private treatment and is not currently covered by the NHS, apart from very few isolated cases. It can be covered by some private insurance, but this is also largely limited in the UK. There is little competition and choice, with only 3 established major providers in the UK. My provider offered a reduced rate for sessions that are purchased in bulk. I was lucky enough to have some savings, which I invested in my treatment. I completed a 10 package, and following the initial 10 sessions, which didn't yield the expected reduction in symptoms, I tried the second protocol, which focuses on the right side of the head, where the increased anxiety activity of the brain is centered and triggers the compulsive activities. I had to pay for additional 10 sessions to complete the required 20 of the protocol. There is also a so-called continuous care package, which mainly sustains the progress made, or it can result in further improvement of the symptoms. I chose to go with the continuous package because I felt for me I needed the maintenance and had great hopes that I would see additional improvements of my symptoms. I noticed a marked improvement somewhere after the 5th session of the second protocol, which for me meant I had much less anxiety. I was able to postpone rituals and to even not perform some of them, which was unthinkable before that. Having said that, sadly, I didn't do CBT therapy in conjunction, as I had just finished the one available through the NHS, and I wasn't able to fund a private one in addition to the TMS sessions. That was a great shame, as it is recommended the two are done together if possible for the best outcomes. I also didn't finish the continuous care package with 6 sessions left due to relocation, but even without it, I would say my symptoms reduced by about 40%, which, although not life-changing, would have been if I had CBT therapy and if I had more personal motivation to really stick with the achievements made. I am now considering to undergo another type of TMS. It is called deep brain waves, and it is a patented magnetic coil which, unlike the traditional coil, covers the full head, and it can send impulses to a much deeper surface, which can have better results. There is currently only one provider in the UK that offers it, and I'm considering getting it done abroad simply due to its cost. In general, I would urge anyone suffering from OCD or indeed depression to research and consider TMS. My personal experience is broadly very positive, and I truly believe it has the potential to give your old life back, or at the very least make you less anxious and more productive. It is a great shame that TMS isn't more widely available in the UK, and there are huge barriers such as associated costs and time. I hope this will change as more research and evidence emerges and the stigma associated with mental health conditions diminishes even more. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. I'll be back with more personal stories and tips. As ever, stay strong. You are not alone.